Alright guys, this is Beard Made Reviews. I'm coming at you with a bonus video. I was inspired today. I'm not going to say by who. I believe they know who. I'm not going to give credit to them. Not going to blast anybody. If you didn't know this knowledge at one point in time, I'd say I didn't know this. So I'm going to clear the air and kindly do a sort of a dual review and comparison, or like thereof, of two firearms that look similar, but they're very different in the eyes of the law. With that being said, you can take and critique. I love constructive criticism. It's one of the driving factors of this whole experiment for me, this whole channel. And it's helping me evolve. It's helping me be more confident as a person. But anyway, that's enough about that. So if I asked myself probably 15, 17 years ago, what's the difference between this and this? I'll pull this into frame a little bit. Both of these have been safety checked. I had just done a full review of this firearm right here. Just to show you, just to a normal person, these look pretty much the same. And that's where you'd be wrong. You actually could get yourself into a lot of trouble if you do not know the ins and outs. With that being said, I have a couple of differences, the key differences that you're going to have to pay attention to when building these or buying these. Because one, if you build it and you do not have the right parts, and you accidentally put a part on one, mainly this one, and you end up getting caught with it, whether it be self-defense or shoot, you could be out just hunting, and if the game warden came up and knew what he was looking at, he could report you to the ATF. As far as the ATF's rules go, I'll touch on that very lightly and show you the differences. So the key difference between, there's actually two, as far as the base goes. ATF ruling says, and this is ATF and the current law stature, says anything under 16 inches, a barrel length, not handguard, must not have a stock on it, or it's considered a SBR, and you have to get a sort of paperwork for that. It has to be featureless back here, just either the tube, or you can have a brace. This actually goes on your arm. So That's one of the key differences is if it's going to be a pistol, if it's configured as a pistol, it is anything under 16 inches and accompanied by either featureless tube or a brace, a pistol brace. A couple other things is, one, I know a lot of key-eyed viewers can see that I have a flashlight up here. This is all this is for. It's a flashlight. That's it. It's a flashlight. Now, if I were to, let's say, move that, put it right here, and put a vertical foregrip right here, that classifies this as a SBR. Now you might be saying, wait a minute, he just said if it didn't have a stock on it, and if it had a feature list or nothing back here or an arm brace, it's a pistol. Well, this falls under one of those sneaky little things that they put in there that states that you can't have a vertical foregrip on a pistol. And that goes for like Glocks, Glock handguns. If you've got a vertical foregrip on the front of it, that is no longer a pistol. That is a SBR. And if you want to fact check me on any of this, I will be happy to go over that with you. Do I think any of these regulations are right? No. Somebody put them in place and thought it was a good idea. It's a total infringement, and it'll always be that way. But yeah, the comment I got was that this is a rifle, not a pistol. That's blasphemy under the ATF, which I could really care less about. I mean, they've got somebody in there that knows what they're talking about and what they're doing now, so that's fine. As far as, you know, this video being posted around 10, 14, 20, 25. Anyway, I'm getting away from myself a little bit. So, moving forward, as these sit, this is a pistol. It has a 7.5 inch barrel. Brace. No vertical foregrip. There's a couple other things that could make it a rifle in, we'll say, subjective terms, because there's people out there that want to watch the world burn, and you know, they think they know everything, and they don't. Getting on a soapbox here. I'm just speaking the truth on this. But you know, what do I know? I'm just a regular guy that is a gun enthusiast and likes cool stuff. Anyway, bumped my camera there. What else can I say on this? Do your research. Do your research. If you've thought about getting into ARs, don't say, hey, I want X amount of barrel length and go for that. get out, go to a range. A lot of ranges like to rent out firearms. They'll rent them out. Try different lengths. See what's right for you. By all means, you can fill out your form and go grab you one of these stocks and put the proper tube on here and slap that thing on here and make you an SBR. Just make sure that you do your paperwork. You do not want to leave a paperless trail that you can't explain later under the means of the government and all. Make sure you CYA all day long. I'm sure that there's some good old boys out there that would disagree with me, and bully, they can do their own thing. But I'm going to do mine, and if I were to make this SBR, I would get my paperwork and go about it that way. Another key difference, and this is most states, I'm saying most, not all. Like, for example, I'm in Alabama. This, with me being a resident, I can legally have this in my truck whenever I want. Now, I can't go across state lines with this because the bordering states do not recognize or have a traveler's clause with a rifle. On the other hand, the bordering states will let you have a pistol. I'm not saying all states. You can get paperwork and go across states if you're visiting, whatever, want to go shoot guns with one of your relatives, say Tennessee or whatever. As long as you go through the proper channels, you can take this. It's no big deal. But this does not have to have any kind of paperwork documentation with it. It is a handgun, a pistol. It's less regulated. That's all I'm saying. That's one of the reasons why I have this as a truck gun. I do have, a mobile safe that I keep this in. It's one of those things that, I don't leave home without. I just figured that y'all would think that this would be interesting, and to kind of see the differences if you didn't already know. I know my explanation may be a little bit crude, but it's the best way that I can explain. I do appreciate y'all taking the time to hear me rant. I just thought that it was hilarious. It brought me back to where when I didn't know anything about firearms, not educated in the fact of how firearms work, or classification of arms. But yeah, I appreciate your time, and y'all sticking around until the end. I do hope that you learned something. Maybe had a little laugh yourself. And I said it many times in the first of this video, do your research before you purchase one of these, and make sure you have your right documentation and know what you're buying and know how to classify it. With all that being said, I do hope that y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you again. See ya.